What's up, you guys? Long time no see. We're out here, one of my favorite trailheads. We're gonna do a little bit of hiking today. We're gonna hike, go find a little camp spot. We're gonna put up a new shelter, that I'm gonna be running for the year. I shouldn't say running. A lot of people make fun of people for saying running. We're gonna put up the new 6 a.m. outdoors Madison Mini. We're gonna test it out, put it through its paces, see how it does, and enjoy the day and the Montana wilderness. This is one of my favorite spots to come to. The scenery is just so beautiful. Caught a lot of trout right out of this hole right here. Quite a bit of ice on it right now though. Probably not worth checking out. Quite a bit of foot traffic on this path. I think I should have worn a little bit thicker boots. I was thinking it's 50 some degrees down in town today. There's no snow. And I oiled up my thicker boots and didn't even think twice about it. But probably should have worn a little something different. So yeah, this is beautiful. Check this spot out. I just walked up here. Creek right there. Very pretty spot. Follows along that. I don't know if that's exactly. I don't have a shovel, so another idiot thing that I should have thought about. But I don't have a shovel, so see this up here, looks like it flattens off. And I'm thinking maybe there is potentially a flat spot up here that we could use this shelter. I see a nice little sunny spot, but I gotta find a non-slick area of this hill to kind of hike up. Try to not lose my spikes. Ugh. Don't want to break out the trekking poles just yet. A lot of ice on this side hill though. Well, it is indeed pretty. Not really an open area per se, but open enough. Is it flat enough? Not sure. Check that out. It's a pretty spot. That would have been slightly more ideal. I did not bring any bushwhacking supplies, which I know. I should have, but I didn't, so whatever. Okay, I think I found us a suitable spot, suitable enough. Some deer bedding areas, but in between these two big trees should provide sufficient enough shelter for us for the little shelter that we're gonna build, and give us a nice little view too. So let's get started. There we go. So this shelter is the Madison Mini from 6 a.m. Outdoors. We're gonna set it up. Should be a 2-man Tipi setup. I've not set this one up before, so we're gonna do it, and hopefully this can be a great option for me this season. I don't know if you guys ever watch Survivor Man, but the first thing that we do when we get hot, shed some layers. Shout out Les Stroud, shout out Luke from the Outdoor Boys. By the way, new Midwest Madness hats. If you don't have one, go to the website. There's a link in our bio. You can grab one. All right, layers have been shed. So what I'm gonna opt for here, so I'm gonna use a tarp for the footprint, I believe, because I don't have enough. I'm not gonna sit here and cut out all these little twigs and thistles on the ground. Not really gonna do that. So in the package, I've got my guy lines, and then the stake. The stake does not come with the shelter, but you just have to order that. I have plenty of stakes, so we're good. or poles, I should say. It's the pole. So I got my stakes. Grab my pole out of here. I brought 2 poles just in case one doesn't fit quite right. These carbon poles are super nice. You can extend them and they pack down super small. Alright, so I'm going to stake down the footprint first and then we'll go from there. Goodness. Wow. After much hammering and trying to figure out how exactly to set up a teepee, I've used a lot of other shelters before, and none of them have been this difficult, but for whatever reason this one was. Nothing to do about the functionality of the teepee, just user error. Some dingus. But look at it. Set up, beautiful. That is the Madison Mini. Beautiful little teepee. I think this teepee would be great on those little backpacking hunts. You can run a stove in there, which is super awesome because this is going to be toasty warm with a stove in here. If I'm being honest, I had to makeshift the pole because I was instructed, I believe, to take 2 sections out of the pole. I only took 1 section out of the pole, so I think that's got me a little bit messed up, but nonetheless, still functions great. Check it out. This is the inside of the teepee. Now I could sit in here comfortably. I don't want to completely zip this shut because it's gonna mess up my lighting. But I can sit in here just fine. Lay down, get a nice pack. Nice pack inside of here. You could definitely fit 2 people in here if you needed to. I don't know, I feel like these videos are kind of lame, but you know, like this is what outdoors YouTubers do, right? Let me just recline. So remember, I was telling you I was gonna put a tarp in here in the floor. So I would do that if I was running this. This would be 1 man with a stove, 2 men without a stove. It's pretty tight. I mean, you could make 2 men fit, but you would be tight. But, you know, I'm just channeling my inner outdoor boys here. Laying down comfortably in here, I would just lay a tarp down and create a footprint, is what I would do. Let me snake out of here real quick. I would lay a tarp in there as the footprint, and then I think you would be very well set up to spend the night out on the mountain in the backcountry. These type of shelters are awesome for wind or for snow because it's just going to shed that snow right off of there, and there's no one prevailing point for the wind to catch. So I think in the wind you would be perfectly set up. Great light little teepee set up, bring into camp and use. So it only took me a hot minute to set that up, but yeah, and you have guy lines as well. So I'm not going to set the guy lines up, but you could run your guy lines out if you're worried about wind or whatever. Generally speaking, I will show you guys a little bit of a tip here. So I wasn't privy to the information because I'm new to all this backcountry gear and whatnot. But if you take your guy line from here and you run it over here and you put a stick like this, you can actually pull your guy line over and give yourself more head space inside of your shelter. But for this is perfect shelter. Super pumped about it, and you guys should check that one out. Definitely going to be in my pack this season. I like it better than the last one that I had, so I mean, I'm giving an honest review. I think it is better than the previous 6 a.m. one man that I had. just for Western applications. Now for Eastern applications or Alaska maybe, where there's thousands and thousands of bugs, then maybe the other one would be more suited. So it takes a bit longer to set up, but it has more space, and overall I like its features and functions more. All right, now it's time to take down said shelter. Sun is fading. It's actually funny how fast it fades. It's about 3:45 now, and I mean, it is just going down. Time to take it down. We're not staying out here tonight. It would be a good place to stay though. I think we could definitely make do in this spot. But you could even make do tonight without a fire. I mean, it is just warm up here. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this guy taken down. Boom. There you go. Madison Mini. Done. Now, we're gonna repack the bag and we'll be on our way. Tarp. Steak on the side. I'm gonna throw the puffy in there too because I'm hot. And there we have it. Bino harness back on. Cause you never know, it is Montana. And it is a warm day out. Could be some hungry animals. And I don't want to cross paths with those guys. Montana has some truly immense beauty. If I can just keep from hurting myself, let me show you guys this view over here off to the edge of this little bluff. Somebody was up here cutting some firewood or something. Not sure what. Got some deer tracks. Let me get over here where I can show you this view. Look at this. Thank you, God, for that beautiful country. We don't deserve it, but I'm glad that we have it. All right, now it's time to get down the hill without hurting ourselves. And we even got a little bit of time to do some fun hiking, should we so desire. All right, anybody on the video have any idea what animal could do that? Could just be peeling off, but it looks like to me, that's from a porcupine eating off the bark there. I want to show you guys all the wonderful things that I love about the outdoors. And maybe I always struggle with how much do I talk on here? How much are people actually listening? Some people are probably clicking off, but you know, I've seen a lot of times people just want to feel connected. And they want to feel like they're part of something. And I want to tell you guys, you all are definitely a part of my journey daily. Some people may say that's cringe, but that's me, man. Look at that, beautiful. Let's go take a peek at the water here. What a beautiful place to just soak it up. I would bet just about anything that there is a nice fat trout sitting right in one of those pools right there behind me. It's not incredibly deep in there, but there's some undercuts and nice little banks. Didn't see any tracks really right there next to the water, but normally on a normal winter this stuff would be so frozen. I mean, just ridiculously frozen. So, not surprising that this time of the year, it looks a little bit better. Getting back down here, almost 4 o'clock, right on the dot, which is perfect because that means I've got time to get out of here, get back. I gotta go pick up the wife. Had a couple hours to just come out here and mess around. So I'm glad I was able to get out and enjoy God's creation. So beautiful. Beautiful. Yep, right there behind that rock, there's always a couple of nice trout. The winter flow is pretty good. It's actually a little bit lower than I was expecting to see.